Amanda caused everything. When you look at the massive, explosive storyline of GTA 5, it's crazy to realize that none of it would have happened if Michael's wife had just stayed faithful. The theory states that Amanda DeSanta is the absolute catalyst for the entire game. Think about the chain of events. Michael catches Amanda cheating with her tennis coach. In a blind rage, he chases the coach into the Vinewood Hills and violently tears down a luxury deck. But that house actually belonged to Martin Madrazo, a heavily armed, psychopathic cartel boss. To pay off the massive $2.5 million debt to avoid being murdered, Michael is forced out of retirement to pull the Vangelico jewelry store heist. During the heist, he uses his signature movie quote, which instantly tips off Trevor Phillips all the way out in Sandy Shores that Michael is still alive. Without Amanda's affair, Michael stays quietly retired, Trevor never finds him, and the legendary trio never unites. The protagonist meta theory. Why did Rockstar choose exactly 3 distinct protagonists for GTA 5? The theory is that they don't just represent different criminal archetypes. They directly represent the 3 different types of players who play the game. Trevor represents the absolute chaos players. He is built for the gamers who completely ignore the storyline just to blow things up, launch cars off Mount Chiliad, and see how long they can survive a 5-star wanted level. Franklin represents the classic GTA grinders. His rags to riches story mirrors CJ from San Andreas, appealing perfectly to players who love car customization, street racing, and the hustle of building an empire. Finally, Michael represents the cinematic, story-driven players. With his bullet time ability and movie obsession, he is built for players who treat GTA like a serious, methodical crime drama and prefer tactical, slow-motion shootouts. Rockstar didn't just write 3 characters. They brilliantly designed avatars for every single playstyle. Brad was the real target. During the infamous 2004 Ludendorff prologue, Michael makes a secret deal with FIB agent Dave Norton to escape the criminal life. As they flee the bank, Dave fires a sniper rifle and drops Brad. But the theory states Dave never intended to shoot Brad. He was aiming directly for Trevor. Michael set the entire ambush up to permanently eliminate his most unpredictable, psychopathic partner. But Brad unknowingly stepped directly into the line of fire at the exact wrong millisecond, taking the bullet meant for Trevor. That single misstep forced Michael to spend the next decade terrified, constantly looking over his shoulder, knowing the monster he tried to kill was still out there. Homicidal traffic. Every single GTA 5 player swears that the civilian traffic actively swerves into their lane on purpose during high-speed chases. It turns out this might not just be bad luck. It might be a hard-coded game mechanic. You have to remember that GTA 5 originally launched way back in 2013 on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Those older consoles had extremely limited memory and processing power. To prevent players from driving so incredibly fast that they speed right off the rendered map into an empty, glitchy void, Rockstar allegedly coded the civilian AI to purposefully crash into you. By forcing you to swerve, crash, or slow down, it gave the game engine the crucial extra seconds it needed to literally catch up and render the world ahead of you. It's not just annoying AI, it's a brilliant technical disguise. The missing children. There are absolutely 0 kids or teenagers in the massive city of Los Santos. Why? The most popular theory is they're all locked away in year-round, hyper-exclusive boarding schools. This is perfectly backed up by an in-game TV commercial that advertises a rich daddy sending his 12-year-old girl to 15 of the most exclusive boarding schools, specifically referencing Bulworth Academy, the setting of Rockstar's game Bully. The darker theory? Los Santos is a literal war zone of gang wars, police shootouts, and heists. Any family with a child packed up and fled to quieter towns a long time ago, leaving only criminals, cops, and the people too poor to escape. The Red Dead author. Rockstar has always claimed their game universes are separate, but GTA 5 players noticed a massive crossover hiding in plain sight. If you look closely at the bookshelf in Franklin's Vinewood Hills mansion, you can spot a blue, hardcover book simply titled Red Dead, authored by someone named Jay Marston. Fans firmly believe this isn't just a fun Easter egg. The theory states that the events of Red Dead Redemption are canonical history in the GTA universe, and John Marston's son Jack ultimately grew up to abandon the outlaw life and write a tragic memoir about his father's demise. The Wild West didn't die, it just got published. Lamar was the true survivor. Option C in GTA 5 is the legendary Death Wish ending, where all 3 protagonists survive. But originally, Option C was Franklin dying. If he sacrificed himself for the crew, his best friend Lamar Davis was going to permanently take his place as the playable protagonist in Free Roam. Gerald Slink Johnson, Lamar's real-life voice actor, actually confirmed this in a Reddit Q&A. He revealed that real-life legal troubles kept him from recording his lines for months, forcing Rockstar to frantically rewrite the ending and keep Franklin alive. But the ghost of this original script still exists exists deep in the game's code. If you use PC mods to change your player model to Lamar, the Grove Street NPCs will actually greet him by name.
Hey, what up, Lamar?
And there is even a hidden, unused audio file officially labeled C_Lamar still buried in the data. Dr. Friedlander's scam. Michael DeSanta pays a fortune to his therapist, Dr. Isaiah Friedlander, desperately seeking a way to escape his violent tendencies. But the theory claims Friedlander is actively keeping Michael sick. If you listen to their sessions, Friedlander gives incredibly vague, unhelpful advice, ignores Michael's breakthroughs,
I don't have the advantages that kid has. By the time I was his age, I'd already been in prison twice. I robbed banks. I ran whores, smuggled dope.
And you consider them achievements?
Why? Because curing Michael means losing his absolute wealthiest, most lucrative client. Friedlander actively encourages Michael's psychopathic behavior just to ensure the massive therapy checks keep clearing. He isn't a doctor trying to save a criminal, he's a con artist exploiting a monster. Michael's spiteful headbutt. If you choose option B at the end of the game and force Franklin to betray Michael, a brutal chase leads them to the top of a massive tower. Michael ends up hanging over the edge, holding onto Franklin's hand. If you suddenly change your mind and try to pull him up to save him, Michael violently headbutts Franklin, forcing his own fatal fall. Some players assume his grip just slipped, but the much darker, character-accurate theory is that it was an act of pure, unadulterated spite. Realizing he's been betrayed by the kid he trusted and treated like a literal son, Michael chooses to die on his own terms. He refuses to owe his life to a traitor, choosing death over a hollow rescue. The Infinity 8 Killer. Merle Abrahams was a Los Santos serial killer, obsessed with the number 8, and his dark legacy is scattered across the map. In Sandy Shores, you can find his burnt-down house with creepy nursery rhymes and the phrase, "8 is just infinity stood up," scrawled on the walls. If you follow his cryptic clues all the way to the Bolingbroke Penitentiary, where he died, you get a map. Follow that map and dive deep into the freezing ocean at Paleto Bay, and you will find his victims. 8 bodies, wrapped tightly in plastic, resting permanently at the bottom of the sea. It is the ultimate true crime mystery, hidden completely in plain sight. The Unsolvable Mystery. The Mount Chiliad mural, with its cryptic jetpack and alien eggs, is the most famous Easter egg in gaming history. Players have spent over a decade mapping the stars, honking the space docker at 3 a.m., and searching for hidden tunnels. But the darkest theory states that the mystery was specifically designed to be entirely unsolvable. The theory claims Rockstar deliberately inserted a dead-end puzzle with 0 actual answers, just to drive fans insane. By creating an impossible mystery, they guaranteed endless buzz, marketing, and YouTube theory videos that have kept the game culturally relevant for over 10 years. In GTA, some puzzles aren't meant to be solved, they're just meant to keep you playing. Chris Formage is a dog. During a bizarre Strangers and Freaks mission, Franklin encounters a stray dog that seemingly communicates with him telepathically to save extreme sports junkie Dom Beasley from falling out of a tree. But fans think this isn't just a random animal. It's Epsilon cult leader Chris Formage. The dog's messages are incredibly cryptic, perfectly matching Formage's bizarre, fake enlightenment style. Franklin actually understands the dog's exact words instead of just hearing barks. Worse, the dog leads him straight to a literal blood sacrifice when Dom later falls to his death. The second Franklin turns around to point the dog out, it vanishes into thin air, proving it was never a physical animal at all. Michael is Claude. It is one of the most famous clutching at straws theories in GTA history. Claude, the silent protagonist of GTA 3, was 28 years old in 2001. That would make him exactly 40 years old in 2013, which is Michael DeSanta's exact age. They both rob banks, they both have a similar physical build, and in the very first GTA 5 trailer, Michael says, "Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather."
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather.
Fans immediately pointed out that Liberty City is famously cold and rainy, perfectly explaining why a retired Claude would flee to the sunny beaches of Los Santos. While it completely ignores the HD/3D universe split, fans still swear Michael is just Claude living a new life in witness protection.